You ever sit in your car before work, not scrolling your phone, not listening to music, just sitting there, trying to gather the energy to be who everyone needs you to be today? You're thinking about the bills, thinking about your partner, thinking about your family, thinking about the people depending on you. And there's this quiet pressure sitting in your chest, because you know if you drop the ball, everything starts wobbling. Nobody says it out loud, but you feel it anyway. You're the one who's supposed to hold it together. And here's the part most men will never admit. Sometimes you don't even know if people love you, or if they love the version of you that keeps everything running. Because when you're strong, when you're providing, when you're solving problems, people lean on you, respect you, need you, rely on you. But the moment you feel tired, overwhelmed, lost, that support gets quieter. And it leaves a lot of men wondering something they're almost scared to say out loud. If I stopped providing tomorrow, would people still stay? That question hits deeper than money. It hits identity. It hits self-worth. It hits whether a man feels loved or just necessary. Because for a lot of men, love doesn't feel unconditional. It feels performance-based. And today we're talking about why so many men feel like they're only loved for what they provide. Most boys grow up learning an invisible contract about love. And the scary part is, nobody sits them down and explains it. They absorb it through patterns. A little boy cries after being bullied. He's told to toughen up. A little boy expresses fear. He's told to be brave. A little boy asks for comfort. He's often given solutions instead of emotional safety. But when that same boy wins, achieves, fixes something, protects someone, makes his parents proud, that's when he feels warmth. That's when he feels validated. That's when people lean toward him instead of pulling away. Over time, his brain starts wiring love and usefulness together, not consciously, subconsciously. He learns. Love is earned through performance. Approval is earned through strength. Attention is earned through usefulness. And here's the part most people miss. This isn't just a belief, it becomes survival programming. By adulthood, many men don't just provide. They build their entire identity around being the reliable one, the steady one, the problem solver, the emotional shock absorber. They become the guy everyone calls when something breaks, but rarely the guy anyone checks on when he breaks. And at first, it feels good. Being needed feels meaningful. Being dependable feels honorable. But slowly it becomes dangerous, because when your identity is built on being needed, you start fearing the day you're not. A lot of men don't chase success purely for ambition. They chase it because deep down, they're terrified of becoming invisible. This is where things get complicated and uncomfortable. Many men enter relationships already believing their primary role is to provide stability. Financial stability, emotional stability, problem solving, protection, direction. And sometimes, partners unintentionally reinforce this, not out of cruelty, not out of manipulation, but out of cultural conditioning. So the relationship slowly turns into something unspoken. He gives security, he gives solutions, he carries pressure, and in return, he hopes he receives love. But if he starts struggling, many men notice something shift. They feel like they're no longer the strong pillar. They feel like they've become a liability. And nothing terrifies a provider more than feeling like a burden. A lot of men don't even have language for this feeling. They just feel irritable, disconnected, unappreciated, emotionally numb, angry at things they can't explain. and anger often becomes the only emotion that feels safe to express. Because anger still feels powerful. Vulnerability feels risky. Some men have learned the hard way that vulnerability can be punished. They opened up once, and someone dismissed it, mocked it, used it in an argument later, or lost attraction. So they shut the door emotionally, not because they don't want closeness, but because they associate honesty with danger. Living like your value depends on your output creates constant internal pressure. Many men live with a silent scoreboard in their head. Am I making enough? Am I strong enough? Am I stable enough? Am I useful enough to deserve staying in people's lives? That scoreboard never shuts off. Even during rest, it whispers guilt. Even during success, it whispers fear of losing it. This is why burnout hits men differently. It's not just exhaustion, it feels like identity collapse. Because if a man can't produce, he often feels like he has no role left to stand on. Here's a truth that hits deep for a lot of men. Some men finally meet someone who genuinely cares about them as a person. And they don't trust it. Not because they're broken, because it feels unfamiliar. If your whole life taught you love comes with expectations, unconditional support can feel suspicious. Some men even sabotage healthy relationships without realizing it. They overwork, they emotionally withdraw, they test loyalty, they keep parts of themselves hidden, because deep down they're waiting for the moment love disappears once they stop performing. Even outside relationships, society reinforces this constantly. A man loses his job. People ask how fast he'll replace it. A man struggles mentally. People often offer solutions instead of compassion. A man stops grinding non-stop. He's called lazy, weak, or unmotivated. Very rarely is he asked, "Are you okay?" Men are often respected for sacrifice, but rarely protected from the cost of it. Being the strong one is incredibly lonely, because people lean on you, but they rarely look underneath you to see what's holding you up. Many men become emotional vaults. They hold family stress, relationship stress, financial pressure, personal insecurity, unprocessed childhood wounds. And they carry it quietly, for years. Not because they want to suffer, because they genuinely believe it's their responsibility. Breaking this pattern doesn't mean abandoning responsibility. It means expanding your identity beyond just being the provider. It means learning that strength includes asking for help. Reliability includes emotional honesty. Leadership includes letting others support you too. And this is hard work, because you're not just changing habits, you're rewriting beliefs that were built over decades. It starts small. Letting someone help you without feeling guilty. Having conversations that go deeper than surface-level joking. Recognizing when someone only values you when you're useful. And slowly learning that your worth is not something you have to earn every single day. If you've ever felt like your value disappears the moment you stop producing, I want you to hear something most men rarely hear. You are not just a role. You are not just a provider. You are not a machine designed to carry everyone else's weight. You are allowed to struggle without losing your value. You are allowed to rest without losing your identity. You are allowed to need support without losing your strength. And if you've spent your whole life being the one who holds everything together, it makes sense that putting some of that weight down feels terrifying. But carrying everything alone was never supposed to be the price of being loved. If this video felt personal, comment, "More than what I provide." You don't have to explain anything else. And if you know a man who carries pressure silently, share this with him. Sometimes men don't ask for support because they don't believe they're allowed to need it.